Leah, while science is working on restoring some of these good bacteria to mothers to pass on to babies, what's your advice to people from even a really simple level of, okay, while science is doing its work, what can I eat? What can I use? What is the best thing that I as an individual can do to ensure that I can give my child the best start of its microbiome life?
Yeah, no, absolutely. Look, I think it's really important that, let's just focus on women for the minute. So what she can do both during her pregnancy will influence her gut microbiome, which will then pass through into the baby in utero, and then also what she can do after, while she may or may not be breastfeeding or when solids are introduced. And it really comes down to looking at evolutionary types of diets and what we have always traditionally eaten. You look at any culture and every culture will always have a bitter at the start of the meal. They'll have an aperitif. It may be something exotic or it may be something as simple as just rocket with lemon juice. It might be something as simple as always using fresh herbs and spices, or making a salsa verde that goes with a protein, because then you've got the digestibility and the prebiotic stimulation from all of those natural food sources. But it's also very much around encouraging all of your traditional prebiotic foods. So Japanese culture may have used miso. Any of the Eastern European countries would have used sauerkraut. All of these different types of fermented types of foods act as prebiotics, which we eat and then feed our microbes, as well as every aspect of our digestive system. And so when you can do that during the pregnancy, you're then encouraging the gut health of the mother and then the baby. When you're doing that while she's breastfeeding, super important to have a variety of a diet. So a breastfed baby, we know, is exposed to multiple types of flavours in milks. And we know that when we look at cultural analysis of various types of food choices and how the food choices that are passing through the milk influence the children, their eventual palate for the rest of their life, and the microbes that they're comfortable with. You know, kids that are exposed to high spice intake within the diet, for example. And then when we introduce solids, a child that's been brought up on breast milk, you know, where mum had a curry or mum had a laksa or mum had something with spice in it, is very comfortable with spices when they're introduced solids as well. But definitely when solids are coming in, it's very much around as many vegetables as you can possibly put into them, and a variety of those vegetables, and starting really slowly with a wide variety of all of those prebiotic grains, buckwheat, amaranth, quinoa, things that are not necessarily traditionally eaten, but will encourage the growth of bacteria much more than just a piece of bread.